The Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And I'm having a good right hand day, so I figure while my muscles are cooperating, I'm going to paint my fingernails. Because there are other stroke patients that wants to know how I managed to do that by myself. And I'm here to show them. Okay, you could use some Elmer's glue if you could get it open. Hold on a second. My hand stay exactly where I put it, but dexterity is sometimes an issue. This is the stuff that used to be purple, but it's kind of old, so it doesn't turn purple anymore. I just literally paint the fingernail with it. Because I could control it that way. And if you don't have this, use this. I've also used Mod Podge before. But what happens, let's get it where you can see, is the nail polish will peel right off of there. Is that cool or what? But that was a little bit difficult. So I'm going to tell you what I usually do instead. That's just one of your options. Okay. Hold on. Now we'll just start with a clean slate, as it were. And see, I can get the nail polish off with that hand, doing it that way. But it's harder when I have to do it the other way. So I'm going to show you what I usually use. I usually get some of these sponges. This one is hard, but that's why they're disposable. So you don't have to worry about it. It's like once you got it, go for it. In the meantime, you get a styrofoam what are these called? Paper plate. And your triangular sponge. You could put your nail polish someplace safe, because otherwise it's going to get very messy. And I always put the top right in the container with it, so that way it don't get lost. And come on. Basically, I used to put a little water in here too. That's kind of why I started using the Mod Podge, because if your Eileen's tacky is a little bit too old, this could be difficult. But you want to make a line across the glue that's about the size of the triangle. See? So that way you can dip. Hold on. Oh, well, actually, I need to bend that down where you can see. And then just kind of like block the extra. Shape that against your fingers. And do the whole nail at one time. And when you're done with this, you're going to paint the nails with regular everyday nail polish, even glitter, and it will peel off when you're done. Somebody told me to check to see if it stands up to hand washing, and I said, I don't know, I haven't tried that yet, so I'm going to try that today. Oh, and the beauty of this is anything you get on your cuticles, you just take a nail file when you're done or a buffer and just erase it because you could peel that off when you finish. Now, oh, now this side's a little different. I have to move the hand itself. So it takes me longer. I just know some. This glue makes my nose water sometimes. And don't worry about it being glumpy because I've done this 3 times and I've gotten very, very smooth ending results. Apparently, when it's drying, all the lumps and bumps smooth out. This is my own fault. I left the house without my cane the other day, and it's like all my muscles just went back to solid on me. It's going to take a couple of days to get back. Yep. That should be good enough. Let's see. Do I need to do this side? Not really. But you can see the glue on here. And just in the few minutes I've done this, you can see that most of this is dry. Thick on the edges. I can fix that. There. That'll give me a nice smooth appearance. And then I literally just press this right into the paper towel so it don't go anywhere. But that's all I used. Okay. Now, what I do next, move that out my way. I shake up the color. Well, you can see some of it is actually rolling off. So that way you don't have to worry about the big glops of the glue. See? So you don't have to worry. It rolls off right off the cuticle. Now, get yourself Wet and Wild Megalast bottle nail polish, even if it's just clear, so you can get the brush in here, because the brush is one of those really wide brushes, so this would be relatively easy. Now this I'm going to take and put over there because I need both hands. And fortunately for me, I happen to be left-handed. So this is not too difficult for me. Well, actually, I'm ambidextrous. I started out left-handed, and years and years and years ago, I broke my wrist in like 6 or 7 places, and they put a cast all the way up my arm, and I had to learn to write with my right hand. And they said I'd never get the dexterity back in the left hand, but I was writing with both hands by the end of the year, which is good because they had that cast on for 9 weeks. Well, they said 6 to 8 weeks, but it stayed on an extra week because the doctor wasn't available. So they had to send me to a whole different place to do the removal. And they cut my arm with that because they didn't have a little saw. So they used a full-size saw, and at the time I was a 12-year-old kid. So that didn't quite work out. Now, give me a second. And I already shook it up, as you know, so I don't have to worry about that. But to other stroke patients that might be having these issues and they like being a girly girl, this is how I do my nails. And as you could tell, I could do them by myself now. Now, removing, that's not so easy as applying, which is why the screw glue became a base coat, because then you can get it off of there without having to use chemicals and, balling your hands up in a fist and trying to manipulate the muscles. And see how that big brush really helps? The only thing I had to do was move my hand. I didn't have to really move the brush. The baby finger is always a challenge, so I'm just going to put that on there thicker. Ah. Okay. That's actually a lot better than normal. You'd be surprised how long it took me to learn how to manipulate the top. That's like when I do my hair, I just kind of bend my fingers, and then I do my hair by twisting, pushing, twisting, pushing. But since I've done this all my life, I could do that rather quickly. Yeah, got some of the nail polish on there. But, you know. And then you take a paper towel, tap the edges so that way you could clean up any really messy areas. But as you notice, that's lifting up just a little bit. So when it's time to peel it off, that will come off really, really easy. See? Ta-da! And that's also how I clean up the edges. So then you end up with a manicure that looks near perfect. Oh, weird. My nails on this hand has started to grow. And it's longer than this hand now. The right side has not grown in months. So apparently I'm healing and making some progress. Now let me put this arm down. Ah. Oh, and if you don't care, just throw this away. Take this part and rinse it out, or throw it away too. And if you have budgetary concerns, have somebody scrape it back into the container. I don't do that. I figure that little bit of glue ain't gonna matter much. And if I'm really concerned, I just use this. It works, but then you have to actually do a lot of scraping and scrubbing instead of just peeling off. And I meant to stretch that arm out. So, okay. So this has been People7 on Twitter, YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, stay blessed, and stay tuned. Bye now.